Hi everyone, welcome to A Stable Pace. Today I am here at Chesapeake Dressage Institute where I work. I am working with Ace. I thought this would be a good video today since I'm on the topic of lunging. Ace came back to us because he wasn't performing at his best. So we gave him a rest. We had a vet evaluate him. We discovered he has some arthritis in his SI. So that was preventing him from using his back properly. And we could see that by his back being a bit atrophied. So after the rest and after he had his SI injected to give him more comfort, we're now back to working him from the ground. We hope to get him back into riding, but right now our focus is just getting him comfortable in his body and rebuilding those back muscles for him. So I'm going to show you the exercises that I've been doing for that today. He's been doing ground pulls. We only started with one at a time to begin. We're now up to the 4, just walking. And we also are doing walk-trot transitions. So as I said in the video with Merida, lunging can put a lot of strain on the joints and overexert the muscles if you do it too much or do it too fast. So I will show you how I work with him on the lunge line and do my best to prevent overworking him because I don't want to cause him more strain and discomfort. This is all about building him back up again. So we're just simply going to walk. And also this is working on our communication again. Ace is a pro at lunging. He's very, very good at this. So I don't want to do the pulls right off the bat. I'm going to just simply walk him and get him warmed up. And I have already noticed a change in his back. He's developing his glutes a lot nicer on his top line there, around his lumbar area. So I can tell already that having his SI injected did give him a lot of comfort that he needed. The other things that we did with him is we removed his shoes, which isn't for every horse, but for him it's worked out really well so far. So we're going to just keep him barefoot and continue working on getting his feet healthier as well. So he had a nice big sigh, and what I really like is that he's reaching down with his neck. His nose is not tucked into his chest, so he's got a nice long frame to his body. His legs are reaching well underneath, and he has this nice big flowing walk. Good boy, very good boy. So we can practice stop. Let's see where we're at with our communication there. Good boy. And walk on. So he thought I was going to turn him. So how I turn a horse when they're out on the lunge line, so I don't have to stop them and walk up and switch sides and then turn them that way, I like the horses to know how to move their hindquarters when I point at them. Maybe a little jiggle will help. Oh, we're having a little bit of loss in communication here. There we go, good boy. So I've not been working with him as long as I've been working with Merida or Ollie. If you've seen him on any videos, I don't have a lot of videos on Ollie, but I do have some, and I will need to get more because he's a pro at turning. So we'll walk the other way. And at a walk, you want to be able to see their barrel moving back and forth. Nice movement and flow through the body. The head, the neck. The head will bob up and down. The neck is going. The barrel's rocking back and forth. Hello. I am recording. I'm not talking to myself, just so you know. Good boy. Again, in this direction, his hind legs are reaching well under him. He's got a nice flowing walk. It's like a wave of energy moving through his body, which is what we want to see. Good boy. Hello. Did you need help with anything? Okay. Do you want to leave your number or your... Amber. Well, not you, but I mean your friend. Oh, okay. He wants to train out of here? Okay. Yeah, sorry, I just got this started, but do you want me to call you later? Okay, I can do that. Okay, so we're going to change direction a couple of times. He's got nice, big, energetic walk. Like seeing that. It's also going to engage his abdominal muscles, which he does need to strengthen them as well. If your horse starts to look like they have a pot belly, then they are more than likely not using their abdominal muscles the way they should be. I call it the beer gut. At least that's the human term. For horses, a lot of people call it a hay belly. Good boy. Okay, so now do a pass through the poles, and we'll see how he does. Good boy. So he's going to figure it out. It's the first time doing 4 in a row. Good boy. Nice job, buddy. Very good. So the next pass through, take notice to how high he's lifting his legs. So Ace does have a locking stifle, and this is also going to help build the muscles to help his stifle out. So that way it gets his legs stronger. So here you'll see big steps, nice big even steps. Good boy. And we will turn around, look at the hind end, and we're still working on that communication, he and I. So good. All right. Good boy. Go ahead. Walk on. Got a little bit nervous. That's okay. I'm just going to stay calm. He did the right thing. Now when they step over in the back, I like to see the hind leg reach in front of the other leg, and I will show you that in just a moment here. Let him get through the poles. Good boy. Okay, so when I ask for him to yield that hind end over, I'll see that right hind reach over the left in front of the other hind. Good boy. Nicely done. Good boy. Here, let's get a little bit closer and see if we can show this. Good, and stop. So if he's going to step over with the front, we'll have that front crossover, the other front. Very good boy. And then if I ask him to yield that hind end over, good. I want to see that reach in front. Good boy. This is a good way to work on stretching the legs on the inside part. This way he's using abduction and adduction, opening and closing there, that leg, and then we can use that on the front, open, and then he steps over a little bit. Very good boy. So you don't need to go over that just a second. Good boy, but he was looking to go over it, so he's totally got the rules of this game. Good boy. So again, I want to see his head and neck stretching out nice and long, which it is doing. So those are really quick steps. Those were kind of anxious steps. I want to see nice, long, flowing steps. Good boy. There we go. Good boy. Nice big stretch with the stretching that top line. Good boy. Nicely done. Good boy. Okay, so he's nice and warmed up. I'm going to go ahead and incorporate walk-trot transitions. So I'll ask trot. Good boy. And walk. And jiggle the lead. Good boy. So he's got to really engage and push off to get into that trot. And then he's got to engage to slow himself back down again. Trot. Good. So in the trot, I want to see the diagonal pairs moving and walk. Nice and freely and in the same rhythm. Good boy. And trot. I'd like to see a little bit smoother of a push off from behind. Walk. He does have a little bit of a short stride in the back. So I'm going to make his circle just a little bit bigger and trot, and more energy from me. Trot. So still a little bit of a stabby short step. I'll give him a minute to warm up here. And walk. Good boy. So it could just take a little time. And we do know he has a little bit of arthritis in his SI, which is why it was bothering him. So pushing off still may be a little hard for him because he hasn't been using his hind end the way he should have been. And we're still in the beginning stages of getting his strength back. So it's just something that I note and I keep checking back in on, see how that is coming along. And trot. Good boy. And walk. But he's really good about listening to his verbal cues for this. And we'll stop. Stay. Good boy. Okay, so I'm going to slow it down a little for him. Yield the hind end over. Good boy. And then we'll yield the front end to get our turn. Good boy. Good boy. And we're going to do the same thing this way now. Walk on. And one thing that people assume is that you have to work them kind of long to work the muscles and get them to be stronger faster. But really, we want to work in a more diligent way. Let me think of how to word this. In a more deliberate way, that we don't have to work them for long periods of time unless we're trying to build up their stamina, which he's not going to any kind of shows or races anytime soon, nor would he ever go to a race. But the point is, he doesn't have to work for a super long time for our work to be effective. And I can actually inhibit the healing by working him too long. So because he's in the beginning stages, he's not going to have an hour worth of work doing this. I'm just going to work him in a deliberate way to know that I'm working the muscles I want to, but not causing over strain. Trot. Good boy. And walk. And one thing that maybe you'll notice with him compared to Merida is Merida would do the motorcycle lean around the circle. With him, he is calm and he knows his job here. He's not anxious about it, So he doesn't fly around the circle. If he were going to fly around the circle and motorcycle, the best thing I would be able to do then is do straight lines with him. And that's a little bit harder when you're doing the walk trot transitions. It can be done, but I need to be fit in order to do that. So maybe a good segue into saying, if you are training your horses and you expect them to be a top performer, then you also need to be a top performer. And I think anyone who's riding or working with horses should work out, because it gives you an idea of muscle soreness and the length of time it takes for muscles to feel better. Gives you a new appreciation for how that hard work affects your body. And trot. Good boy. So I'm doing a nice big circle because I don't want to have a lot of strain on him. He doesn't need any strain, that's for sure. And walk. Good boy. And circles can be difficult, like I said in the last video. Get a wheelbarrow, and you don't really even need a wheelbarrow. Just start running in a circle, and you'll see how that fatigues your muscles. And just think, we're not a huge animal being put on a relatively small circle in order to get our workout in. And trot. Good boy. Which is why I want to be mindful that I give him a lot of room. Good boy. And walk. So I'm doing longer intervals of trot today compared to what we've done. Okay, and then I'll turn him around and we'll do our pulls again. So I'm just mixing it up a little bit. There. Good boy. Smart boy. Yes, that's a good boy. He's got some licking and chewing. Okay, we'll do our pulls again. Good job. So it's great to incorporate different things into their training, not only for cross training and working different muscles, but it's also good for their minds. Keeps them entertained while we're giving them their workout. What a good boy. We'll do these again. Good boy. Nice job, buddy. Good boy. All right, so I'll turn him around and I'll do it a couple more times the other way. We'll do a couple more trot transitions, and then I'm going to show you his stretching that we will do at a standstill. Let's practice, see if he's got it. Good. Close. Go ahead. Go ahead. Walk on. Good boy. Good job. Because there are some stretches I like to do when I'm grooming them. And I say stretches, but it is kind of a stretch, but it's more of engaging certain muscles at a standstill. Good boy. We missed the poles a little bit that way, but that was my fault. I didn't set him up well for it. Good boy. And if you have a horse that you're bringing back into work, it's important not to go straight from 0 to 60 minutes. It can really cause them a lot of excess muscle soreness in the days after. And if you're working to get their strength up and bring them back to work, that is not going to benefit you or your horse. So if you're bringing them back into work, keep it short and sweet, and they won't be able to immediately go back into high performance. So take your time. You will get there. You'll get there a lot faster if you take your time and make sure that you're not overdoing it, or at least attempt not to overdo it. And then we're going to trot. Good boy. Nicely done. Good boy. Walk. Good boy. Okay, we'll turn the other way. See if he got it. Yes, good boy. Walk on. Good boy. And trot. Good boy. And walk. Very good. All right, he's all done that. So I'll bring him a little closer for you to see the last part of this. So here's the last part of this I like to do. So one thing is we want to get him engaging his core, even at a standstill. So I'll show you what I do in the beginning with the posture prep to engage the core while I'm grooming, but then I can also do it with a little bit of scratch underneath the belly. Now some horses that are not used to engaging their core may kick up at their belly, or if they have tummy issues or strained muscle or sore back, they may kick up, so you have to be really careful. Good boy. And he can hold that. 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Good boy. And some will say they have to stand square. Some will say they don't. Oop, he just hit the mic, sorry about that. I like them to stand square most of the time. If I'm just starting new things with them, I may not force the issue right away because I want to see where they naturally want to stand. Good boy. And I know he does stand square on his own. He's not quite in the back, but that's okay right now. Good boy. I can scratch under his chest too and kind of get him to engage his thoracic sling. Good boy. I'm doing this on the off side, so hopefully you can see how his back comes up. And I can do a little wiggle with his tail, just get some movement going in his back. Good boy. Good job. Okay, and then I like to do some hip tucks. Engages the core and the glutes. And there you see that lift. Good boy. Good job. And sometimes they do walk away a little bit. Good boy. All right. So maybe he's more comfortable there, so we'll try again. Good. I want it to be a gradual movement. I don't want it to be jerky. Good boy. Nicely done. Good boy. I'll do one more little belly lift here. Good. Very good. Good boy. All right, and then let's see how he does with getting his legs stretched. Good boy. And I like to stretch them out because it is going to make them, or it's going to challenge their balance a little bit when you do these sort of things too. Good boy. So I'm not going to stretch his leg out in front right away. I'm going to kind of work on just that shoulder. I just move it back and forth. Just make sure he's prepared for what comes next. Good boy. And this is an area when you're working, when doing these stretches, that they may want to stand square because it will be easier for them to balance. Good boy. Good job. So I'm not picking his legs up super high right now. They could go higher, but this is more about challenging his balance and just getting a gentle, easy stretch. Good boy. Good boy. And there are so many different stretches you can do, but these are the ones I'm going to use today. Good boy. It's better to end your session doing the stretches. You can do it in the beginning, but you got to remember the muscles aren't warm in the beginning, so you're not going to have quite as nice of a stretch for them. Good boy. I'm going to stretch the hamstrings is what I'm doing right now. Good boy. Put it down. Good boy. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to do is do a tail stretch, or a tail pull rather. It'll help stretch out his spine, his lumbar. Actually goes all the way up the spine. He's really leaning into that. So I can also do a body rock with this, which will help engage his core, because he's going to have to catch himself and make him use his glutes a little bit more. So I'll start gentle rock. Good boy. Good boy. Now I can also do this to the side and get him engaging the muscles that are around his stifle. I don't want to do too many of these. This is the first time I've done this with him. He's kind of like, what are you doing? Good boy. I'll come back and do this straight back. Oh, he really is leaning into that. Okay, gently let go, because I don't want him to fall forward. And then I'll work on this side. Good boy. Okay, we'll end that with just pulling straight back. I want to stay in a straight line. Good. I'm going to gently let up. Good boy. Nicely done. Good boy. All right, now for the best part, I've got some carrots. I'll go ahead and stretch out his neck here. I want him to come out and bring it around. Good. Good. Oh, he's really trying hard. All right, good boy. All right, nice. He says, oh, I like this part the very, very best. Okay. Good. Nice big stretch to that neck. Good boy. All right. And then the last one, do between the legs, which is another one that's going to engage that core. And again, I'm only doing a very small handful of stretches that can be done. There are so many that are so good for them that can be done. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh yes, oh big, 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 big. Big stretch. Oh, good job. Okay, I can't break it. Can you get it? Oh, there we go. Good. Okay, now I'll get out of the way and you can see. Can we step up one? Can we step up one? Good. Step up one? Good. Oh, back up. Okay. And one more. Oh, it's over here. It's over here. Good. Oh, wow. Look how low you can go. Good boy. Good job. All right, that is it for ACE. So I hope you found this video informative and that it can help you with your horse. Go ahead and shoot me some comments if you'd like to have, if you have a comment or if you have any questions, please let me know. Be in touch soon. Have fun with your horse. Bye.